Y'all, is this the death of reselling for small businesses like myself? I'm saying this because, let me show you. I'm saying this because I'm coming across stuff that's just saying it's getting harder and harder and harder. And here's why. So Pure Hustle podcast, if you guys don't follow them, I will link them down below. They posted this, that eBay quarterly active buyers worldwide have gone down. From last year to the previous year, down 6.3%. This means there are less buyers on eBay. Are they not buying at all? Or are they buying somewhere else? I don't know. But they're not buying. So not only are our buyers going down, but let me show you this little piece of information. Our sellers are going up. So I'm on eBay, I'm on my seller hub, I'm on research, product research. I'm looking at women's tops in general. I'd be interested to see what's going on in your guys' category. So, because sometimes, different categories will be doing different things for sure, but women's fashion for sure is a hot mess. So what I'm looking at is just women's tops. I want to get a general idea of a broad category within my category, women's fashion. I'm looking at the last 30 days. I'm going to scroll down here. I'll link a video up here on how to use Terapeak more in depth, what all these numbers mean, because this is such a helpful tool. It's giving us insight to what's actually going on eBay. Look, this year, right now, 2023, the last 30 days, there's 9 million active listings on eBay for a women's top. That's outrageous. That is my competition, friends. There's 9 million. I have 2,000 items. Like, I can't compete with that. And what's even worse with that is, let's look at it a year ago. A year ago, you're looking at 2.7 million. That is like over a 400% increase in 1 year. So not only are sellers increasing, or more active listings, right? More people are listing. There's more competition. We now have less buyers. Now, before we're doom and gloom, because if y'all follow me, that's not my channel. I'm going to be real with you, but I'm going to try and give you strategies, things that I am doing to hold on to this and try and make it through, because I think really honestly, we are in survival mode right now. This is what it has to be, what you have to do to beat out the rest of those people until enough people give up, right? It's like, I was gonna say Fight Club, but I don't actually remember Fight Club, right? It's like Fight Club, the one rule is we don't talk about Fight Club. So I don't think that's it. But it's survival of the fittest. Darwin theory, right? Is that the right? Anyway, so it's survival of the fittest. Whoever can last the longest. So I'm going to walk you through strategies that I'm doing and things that you should be looking at and be mindful as you are running your eBay reselling business. I'd venture to say this is happening on other platforms as well. So the first thing is know your bottom line. Know what you have to make at the end of the day. Because if you don't know your bottom line and you just keep doing things over and over and over again that used to work last year when there was only 2.7 million active listings, it's not going to work this year. Know your bottom line and then work backwards. If you are paying your mortgage every month and you know you have to make $2,000 to pay your mortgage every month, start with your $2,000. Figure out what your fees are, figure out where shipping is, figure out how many active listings you need, right? Go backwards to figure out exactly what you need to be doing to make that work to pay your bills, right? Because it's survival. You have to figure out how to pay those bills. It's rough out there right now. Cut costs another place, right? So I'm talking about your bottom line. And what happens if you have like a profit and loss statement, what's happening, you have your gross number. This is what the buyers are paying. This is shipping, fees, costs. This is your top number, right? Your bottom number is what you're taking home, right? And so what's in between that, if you can change some of those things, it is going to help you hit your bottom line. Now, we don't have too much say on this top number, gross. There's more competition, there's less buyers. Yes, you can do some things here and there, and I'm going to talk about them to kind of increase your gross, but one of the ways right now you're going to have to work on is decreasing some of those other numbers. So you have your gross, and then you have your cost of goods. If you can find ways to still keep your gross this or even higher and decrease your cost of goods, that's going to trickle down and give you more money at the bottom line so you can pay your mortgage. If you are going, and I'm talking like 50 cents here, friends. If you sell 200 items, 50 cents, that's $100 more. That's closer to not having to foreclose on your house, right? It does matter. At the end of the day, we are like picking pennies right now, trying to survive. So you have your cost of goods, and then you have your shipping and your fees. Not a ton that you can do with those, honestly, but I have been looking at ways to make my shipping a little bit more cost effective. I'll link it up here. I recently went through and changed some of my shipping costs because I hadn't looked at it in a while, and I was maybe charging a little bit less than I should have. I'm not making money off of the buyers by any means, but I was maybe paying a little bit more. I was charging less than it was actually costing me, losing pennies here and there, but right now is not the time to be losing pennies here and there. After your shipping and your fees, then you have your expenses. This is the biggest line. This and cost of goods, friends, are the things that are going to help you pinch your pennies to make the most out of that net number as we hold on tight and wait for enough people to quit reselling. I'm cheering for you because you're watching my videos, but I'm also secretly hoping that you quit. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I love you guys all. I want all of us to succeed. So hopefully the market comes back. That would be the ideal situation, right? All right. So you have your expenses. This can be things like, I'm honestly saving a lot of Amazon packages. I didn't used to do this. I used to get I used to get poly mailers, and I'm like, it's 30 cents. It's not a big deal. But now I'm saying that because it is a big deal. That 30 cents can go a long way. I do women's fashion, so I'm not going to have a lot of boxes and stuff, but if you have boxes or you need peanuts or saran wrap or any of that stuff, reach out to stores and say, hey, can we get this for you for free, or can I make a deal to buy it from you for less than other places? Think about all the places that you spend money, even if it's poly mailers, and you can find them on Amazon for cheaper than you can find them these cute little ones that you used to like. But if you can save money in all of these little places, it's going to end up and it's going to allow you to make it through these hard times. Improve processes, friends. I say this because if it takes you double the amount of time to do something, you are losing money, right? So if it takes you an hour to ship 20 items and you can get that down to a half an hour to ship 20 items, that now means you have 30 extra minutes to list 10 more items. Right? So at the end of the day, even if it's 30 seconds off of your shipping time, 30 seconds times 300 items a month, that's hours you're getting back to put into your business, because time is free. Right? Your time does not come out of your profit and loss. So if you can gain back more of your time, you will make more money if you're putting that back into your business. If you're getting time back and then watching TV, not so much. So improve your processes so that you can increase your cash, or so that you can increase your income by having more time and being more efficient in your business. Y'all, this is a touchy subject. I've done lots of videos. I'll link probably my most recent one here. But if you're on eBay and you're in a situation like I'm in, where you went from 2 million listings to 9.7 million listings, you have to promote. Now, promoted listings, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that is giving eBay money, right? And this is where it sucks, because we're talking about that profit and loss. One of it was fees. This means your fees are now going up. So figure out how to finagle that and look at your numbers. But if you're not promoting, I have 2,600 items. Let's say half of them are tops. So 1,300. We'll say 1,000 just to be easy math. 1,000 of them are tops. Chances of my 1,000 tops getting seen when there's 9.7 million tops out there, slim to, I don't know, none, they're not getting seen. Promoted listings, I'm paying eBay. It sucks, because we were talking about at the beginning of this video that there's no money, that everything is trickled down, and I need to figure out how to shrink those in between lines. And now I'm saying to increase one of them. But here's the thing, if you increase your fees, it should increase your gross, right? And that's where it pays off. If you're increasing your fees and you're seeing a correlation and you're increasing your gross, then yes, you're going to get more money at the end of the day. Now, is it going to be money like it was back in the day when we were paying 8% fees on eBay? No. Does that suck? Yeah. Is that the reality of where we're at? Absolutely. And it is just the reality of where we're at to survive right now in the market that we're in the culture that is on eBay, whether I'm not putting blame on anyone. It is what it is. It's out of our control. If you're in a situation like me, you have to promote your items. I have lots of videos on how to promote your items, how to look at which rate works for you, and how to figure out all of that. But your items are not going to get seen against 9.7 million items, friends. If you're noticing a decrease in sales this year compared to the previous year, look at those numbers and see if it is a 400% increase in listings. there's more listings. You're not special anymore. Not that as a women's fashion seller I was special anyway, because last year there was 2 million listings, but I'm for sure not special this year. They can find it somewhere else for cheaper. There's so many other sellers out there. Take this slow time to improve your processes, to find better sourcing, to work on your capital, right? So sometimes finding better sourcing means, for me, last year I was buying out closets, which means that I had to have a lot of capital up front because I was buying out entire closets. But if you tell someone, hey, I'm going to buy out your entire closet, I'm going to buy 1,000 of your items and you don't have to worry about it anymore, you're quitting, you don't have to figure out what to do with it, they'll sell it to you for pretty cheap. Not always the case, but oftentimes the more capital you have up front, right? Think of Costco. The bigger bulk that you can get, the cheaper your price is going to be. So figure out ways to do that. Think of different strategies. I have social media, so I was able to kind of reach out. It took me a while too to get people to buy closets, but get on social media. People are out there saying, hey, I'm closing my closet. I'm doing a buy one, get one free thing. I'm closing my closet this, and then just reach out to them and say, hey, you're closing your closet. Take a look at the closet. Make sure it's something that you want. You're closing it. I'm going to offer you this. Right? Some consignment could be a good way to be getting inventory without having any cost up front. It's a little bit more time and you only get half of them, depending on the percentage, you're not making as much money on it, but it's zero money up front in doing it. Estate sales, make friends with estate sale places, right? Spend this time to think creatively about your sourcing to hopefully decrease some of those cost of goods that we were talking about earlier. And then honestly, friends, I'm going to tell you, if it continues this way, I would start thinking of an exit plan. I hate being doom and gloom. I really do, because I do think this has been so good for so many people, and it can be. But honestly, if things continue this way, where we're getting a 6% decrease in buyers and a 400% increase in the active listings, we're not going to be able to make it. At least as a small business like myself, business of one with a couple virtual assistants. It's going to be these big companies that can absorb this cost and can kind of take over the world. If this is your full income, definitely start thinking about an exit plan. I'm not saying you have to jump out of it now, but really be mindful of what you're doing and start thinking about, okay, what are ways that I could get out of this and start making money doing something else if it does come to that. I'm still smiling because I really hate delivering bad news, but I have ideas and I have thoughts on exit plans. If it does continue to go this way, it's just not worth it anymore. Let me know your guys' thoughts below, what you're seeing in the market, what you're seeing in your categories, and what you guys are doing right now. YouTube thinks you'd like this video. I'll link a playlist down here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button to follow me for more, or see if I quit. See what my exit plan is.